Good morning, all of you. So in today's class, we are going to revise the numericals on the resistors and the capacitors. I just brought some around 20 numericals, some different numericals, where you can learn how that basic concepts and applications can be applied. I'll just keep on discuss the different types of numericals which are there. You can. We'll start with this question. Two long coaxial conducting cylinders stand vertically in a tank of oil having dielectric constant K. So here is a liquid is there. So this liquid we will show like this. So this everything is a liquid now, the yellow color. So the liquid will rise to height H inside this. Actually, the liquid is present everywhere. So it will rise to height H inside this one. It should be like this. So this is the yellow color is one, what we can put a liquid here. And just understand question, it's very simple. You can solve by two methods, energy method and force method. So this is the liquid. This is the conductor. If you can, there's a gap, the gap between these two cylindrical pipe and the cylindrical conductor is where the liquid will be present here. Inner radii A and that's all. Two long coaxial conducting cylinders stand vertically on. So this is the like a pipe you should call, and this is the cylinder. Now we will make things clear. And this is like a dielectric liquid. Okay, immediately to what height to which the oil will rise in space between the liquids. Just is taking you to the idea of a cylindrical capacitor. So we know capacitance of cylindrical capacitor. What is the capacitance of cylindrical capacitor? How much it should be equal to capacitance of cylindrical capacitor? If you know it, okay, or else you can derive 2 pi epsilon naught L 2 pi epsilon naught L log of B by A. The B minus A will be very much less than L. We'll see what conditions we will get it. Spelling long, sir, is a very long. What does it mean? So what is this L? L is what we assumed is this one. This in general, it's a basically formula. Okay, now what to do after this? I think that this is like you can break up into two capacitors. Where the potential difference is applied, the potential difference applied between inner and outer cylinder. So how do this two? This two will be parallel, no? So you can see one capacitor, the air capacitor and the capacitor with the dielectric liquid between them will become like a two capacitors in parallel. How come parallel? They should be in series. No, what all the current that flows here, a part of charge will flow here, a part of charge will flow here. So we have to break up this into two parts. Here we'll show it like this. This is the one, this other thing. Here is what the potential difference that is applied. V, and this is the potential difference V. This is what being earthed. Which one is earthed? Outer pipe is earthed. Then here is what the liquid is present. It's just a very simple problem. Only thing is you have to breakup, and this part is what is C1 and C2. Look at the charge, it will branch out. So therefore, the effective capacitance should be C1 plus C2. What is that effective capacitance? There's a generalized formula. Right, C naught, if symbol getting confusion. So now for air capacitor, how much it will be? 2 pi epsilon naught L minus H log of B by A. Then for dielectric one, 2 pi epsilon naught KH by log of B by A. Please do notice, sir, I don't know this, how to find out. I don't know this one, this formula, how to find out. So what is the method like how to find out? If this is the inner cylinder is having a charge plus Q, the outer cylinder will have a, inner surface of outer cylinder will have a charge minus Q. Then how the electric field vector will be directed? Radially outward. Hope everyone knows formula. If you don't know also, you can manage in exam. And this is what that cylinder, what we are discussing. First you, so this, what is the expression for electric field at a distance R? Equal to lambda by lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught R, where the charge will present only on the surface. Okay, this is, so then dV equal to E into dr. So lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught dr by R. I'll get the potential difference. So A to B. So like that, the log is coming. So V is equal to lambda 2 pi epsilon naught log of B by E. What is the lambda? Lambda is a charge per unit length. Then how you define capacitance? Q by V. V equal to Q by C. V equal to Q by C. So C equal to Q by V. In place of V, what we can write it as now? Q 2 pi epsilon naught L log of B by A. So 2 pi epsilon naught L log of B by A. So that both Q will get cancelled. So this is the capacitance per unit length usually we define. Okay, I just took the problem like this. Okay, got the formula. I'll erase this capacitance of cylindrical cylinder. This part will erase. Able to understand? So if you don't know also in exam S, you can manage, nothing wrong. Huh? But stick on to the basics, nothing big. We'll write C naught, symbol. Okay, there's a theoretical background a student must have. So that's why I suggest you like, in class notes, I discussed several problems related to finding out the capacitance due to the different charged, different structures. So better remember them so that you'll be in a comfortable position. So see once all this, I'll set right everything in order. So that will be easy for you. I'll display the complete page. I suggest you remember this formula. Very, very important. Can be asked even in final exam. But you look at the IIT brochure, we have only parallel plate capacitor. Can they ask? Yes, it's asked. They can ask. You have to be extra alert. Shall we proceed into the problem? Okay, I got the capacitance. Then here, so 2 pi epsilon naught. So 2 pi epsilon naught, I'll take common. 2 pi epsilon naught it is. 2 pi epsilon naught log of B by A. This everything will come outside. So this will become KH L minus H plus KH. This will be L into plus K into, oh sorry, H into K minus 1. Okay, till here we have capacitance. So that particular thing will have, it is applied potential difference. So U equal to CV square. What is U? Energy stored in the capacitor for the given position. Because some part of contains liquid, the potential difference across both will be same, no? Here, potential difference across this is V, across this capacitor is V, and also across this capacitor V. So what is U is equal to CV square by 2. This I think everyone got it, how we brought that capacitance. So let's focus more on the problem now. Now we know this background formula. Now let me magnify it. Let's come into the original part of our question. Okay, how to get that the height to which it will rise. If you can look at the S.C. Verma, the last problem solved example, to what height the liquid will rise is what we have a question. So now if I differentiate this, what do we get? Du by dh. And V is a potential and U is a potential energy. If I differentiate U with respect to which I'll get the force, and that force who will balance the force. So electrostatic force here will be balanced by the weight of the liquid. What is M? M is the weight of the liquid. Similarly here also. Everywhere electrostatic force will be acting, and that will be balanced by the weight. So here electrostatic force will be acting not at all points. I think I'm trying to show so everywhere the electrostatic force will be acting. So not like surface tension. Everywhere on the strip in the region pi into B square minus A square, the force will be acting. And who will balance this weight of the liquid column? The weight of the liquid. W, you write it. Only one W you write it. Two W's again you'll get confused. So this is the electrostatic force. This is W. Here is what? The liquid. You should have this imagination. This is very important. Problem solving will be very, very easy for you once you get this one. Where is that inner conductor? The inner conductor is this one. I think I'm showing all things clearly. So it'll be much easier for you now. Further along you have to make it. I'm just bothered about only this part of the problem here. So this is the ith. If I differentiate this equation, so U equal to C. C is how much? 2 pi. I'll call this everything as alpha. This will make symbol alpha L plus H K minus 1. Now U equal to C V square by 2. Alpha V square by 2 L plus H K minus 1. We'll differentiate this with respect to H. So du by dh equal to alpha V square. That will be alpha V square 2 K minus 1. What is alpha value? We know it. This should be equal to force, no? Electrostatic force. F is equal to. So what is alpha? In the end, I'll bring it. Who should balance the weight? What is the weight of the liquid column? Pi B square minus A square into H into density of the liquid rho. Okay, this Fe should be equal to W. So alpha V square 2 K minus 1 should be equal to rho pi B square minus A square into H. So the general solution of this H will be now alpha V square K minus 1 rho pi B square minus A square. Substitute the alpha value 2 pi epsilon naught log of B by A B square K minus 1 rho pi B square minus A square. Further solving, h will be 1 pi get cancelled. So 2 epsilon naught v square k minus 1 rho b square minus a square log of b by a. This will be your answer. Can be asked in advance. You can solve in less time also. Okay, this is what happened here. No, so but if you look at the SC the method, not this problem, some other problem, he didn't use this energy method. I took energy method. If you know potential energy, then you can get the force. He took directly the force. Can we calculate the force acting? Yes, we can calculate. In that case, I think a little bit, you have to be extra alert. So how do that force will act? A little bit some problem because the induced charge will come, the induced charge will exert. So it's not possible. That's why I'm going for the energy method. SUMO on last solved example is that where the configuration is different. He has used there the force method, very easy, but here force method not possible. Any reason? Because the charge present here plus Q and minus Q will induce a charge. So that force calculation will be very difficult. Component of that force should balance weight. That's why the energy method is advisable here. So what is FE we should call? What is the name we should give? This one. Force exerted by the electric field on the surface of a liquid. Force exerted by electric field by E on the surface of liquid. Good question. They are really testing some many ideas here. Those who are having, those who want the recording, no, recording not possible. It is. Those who want this notes, no, individually you can ping me. Just in WhatsApp you send it. I'll send all these things. We'll take the next question. Okay, see some very. What is that? Plus 90 volt, plus 35 volt, 65 volt. Initially charged 3 capacitors. Initially charged 3 capacitors and the battery are in as shown in figure. Now the switch is closed. Find the final charge on the capacitors and the amount of heat loss. Already they're having some initial charge. Then I'll close the switch. So what we have to do, I think we should consider that initial charge also in the picture, no? So we'll make it 1 farad so that calculations will become easier. So what was the initial charge across the plates of capacitor? So then before closing the switch, first we'll get the charges. Then after closing switch, what will be the we'll make it a little bit big. No, all the charges. So this will be initial Q01 minus Q01. This will be Q02 minus Q02. You check the advanced papers, we don't have anything about initial charge in a circuit. We don't have anything about initial charge on a circuit. So this should be equal to now. So shall we calculate first this Q01s? Q01 should be equal to 90 coulombs. Q02 should be equal to 35 into 270 coulombs. Micro, I'll consider in the end, we introduce micro, no problem. Q03 equal to 180, 195 coulombs. There's an initial charge across all the capacitors. Q equal to C into V. Now I'm going to close the switch. So this is the capacitance C1, C2, C3. 1 farad, 2 farad, 3 farad. Now after closing switch, what will be the conditions? Here in all these capacitor circuits, what is the basic method? Charge of a cell must be conserved. In all that numericals, what is the basic condition? It has to be satisfied. The charge of a cell must be conserved. So these charges, I'll take it out. What charges will be present? Shall we say they are in series and same charge? The answer is no. This is very, 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 very important. So you can't put like no sir, the capacitance is, I'll put a same charge. No, the charges will be different. So the charges will be Q1, individual charges will put it in circuit Q1 minus Q1 minus Q2, Q3 minus Q3. So why can't we put the same charge? No, not possible. And the charge of these plates are conserved. So what is the charge of these plates? Minus Q0 plus Q02. So they should be equal to minus Q1 plus Q2. Similarly, the charge of these plates are conserved. And the charge of these plates must be conserved. Then the charge of these plates should be conserved. I think, okay, no, so the grouping of plates, so what was the initial charge of this at X, Y? If you want, you can write it like some symbols you can bring X, Y, this is Z, X, Y, and let this be Z. Okay, now the switch is closed. We are discussing the problem now. At X, what is the equation? Minus Q0 plus Q02 should be equal to minus Q1 plus Q2. Minus Q0 90 plus 70. So this should be equal to minus Q1 plus Q2. So this should be equal to minus Q1 plus Q2 equal to minus 20. Keep it equation 1. Similarly, at Y it should be equal to minus Q2. Looking at above equation, minus Q0 plus Q03 is equal to minus Q2 plus Q3. This should be equal to minus Q2 plus Q3. Q0 195, you remove 125. At Z it should be equal to Q1 minus Q3 should be equal to Q01 minus Q03. Q01 minus Q03. So this should be 105. We'll write one more loop equation. 100 minus Q1 by C1 minus Q2 by C2 minus Q3 by C3. Solving 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll get the required answer. He's asking each generated. What to do for each generated? I think the problem is not yet over. It's further asking the each generated. For that, what has to be done? Initial energy of the circuit, you have to calculate the final energy. Then you have to check how much of charge flown through the battery. Delta Q. How to calculate delta Q? I do take help of this plate. What was earlier charge plus Q01, now minus plus Q1. So here the flow of charge can be determined. Q01 charge is there when plus Q charge enters will become Q1. So work done by the cell. So what is our final UI plus work done by the cell delta Q into this. We'll write E into E should be equal to UF plus heat generated. I think, can you remember this? Conservation of energy principle. This is the electrostatic potential. This is the work done by cell. This is the final electrostatic potential. This is the heat generated in circuit. Very, very generalized one. So initial values so will be Q01 2C1 Q02 square by 2C2 plus work done by the cell equal to, this will be Q1 square by 2C1 Q2 square by 2C2. No need to at least analyze what actually going on. Huh? Maybe a little bit calculations are more. Like this will get the each generated. Possibility of asking these such things to such level in advance also. Of all very important, charge should not, because of initial charge present, you cannot put same charge in all the capacitors. This is a very, very important part. And these are isolated plates. So charge of isolated plate must be conserved. Okay, these are the very fundamental things what you know. That is what we are applying it. It's left to you. You can take screenshot or I'll send the PDF. You just put message that you'll get a PDF. It's left to you. You can take screenshot. No, I don't have any objection. You can do recording, screenshot, whatever you want. No problem. Better you can just send a message. Okay, I'll send the PDF. That'll be much easier for you. It's left to you. Okay, you can take happily screenshot also. Okay, I'll take the next question. Something I want you to think. I'll wait for 2 minutes, no problem. Carefully analyze the circuit. Sir, can they ask? Mains, definitely they will not ask. So first of all, that much of place will not be there in the mains paper to accommodate such a big question. So possibility of dumping such things in advance, possibility that I never asked more than series parallel. They never went for other than series parallel and Wheatstone network. Only to this level is what they've asked in advance. But chart distribution thing is what you are going to learn here. Why I picked up this problem is like a student will learn the chart distribution, how charge is distributed in the system. I'll just wait 2 minutes so that I want you to really think and analyze. Then I'll come into the picture. Let me draw the circuit to explain it. It's a very good question and a little bit trickier. The way the things are there, little bit some difficulty we do face in taking a decision, especially in exams, little bit difficult. You cannot take risk also. Such questions, I think, better to keep in the end. If there's no negative marking, okay, attempt it. If the negative marking is there, little bit, you have to be alert. Okay, this is the circuit what we have, and this is the terminals across which we should find out. Okay, this is A naught, B naught. So let's go for charge distribution. The charge comes here. You see this is 2 farad, 6 farad. So can you put same charge in these two branches? No, it should be different. So the charge distribution has to be different. So here, so you just show like this, the enough flow of charge, or put it here, the flow of charge Q1, here Q2. Capital Q1 will write it. So this Q1 now will branch it Q2, Q3. Now the question comes, what will happen? So why charges you are putting different? Q1 is not equal to Q2. There's a strict condition. Here the charge Q2, this will be Q3. After this is what the headache will start now. So this is 5 farad. I'll indicate the capacitance. I missed this. This will be 3 farad. Anybody, can you suggest what actually happens? I'm giving opportunity to express your ideas. So it's quite very simple. This charge, in fact, will not branch. Will go like this. This charge which is there will branch it, and here it will not branch. The reason for that is like, so, okay, this I have to indicate all this set, no? 15 farad, 12 farad. I think everything I indicate. Oh, yeah. Now let's get into the discussion. This 5 farad is there. The charge here is Q2. Okay, this is Q2 now. So now this charge what will happen will not branch, will come here. Q2, so that the different colors at least I'll indicate so that it will be easy for you. Q3, and this Q3 will finally will come here. Q3 plus Q2 should be equal to Q1, will get the same thing. Now this Q3 will branch here. Will branch it as Q4, Q5. Again, it will not branch Q4. So this will be Q4. Q4 plus Q5 will combine, will become Q3. Q2 plus Q3 will combine, will become Q1. This side also will the same thing. So here we took symbol Q3, yeah, Q4, this Q2, Q4, it will be like this, huh? Q4, Q5, and this will be Q4, Q4 and this is Q3. Q3 plus Q2, again it is Q1. So I'll simplest thing, I'll put a path, the one which will not branch. This is a one path. This will not branch. Similarly for this. Okay, there's a thing. And the charge which will come will not branch. Sir, how do we come to know? How do we come to know that we should think like this? There's a primary question what you can ask a teacher here now. You go for the different charges. So finally what happens when you split up this charge, the charge will not be conserved. If you want to try it. And what is the basic reason? If you draw this a line, to draw this a line. So instead of drawing this line, better you draw a line like this. So the current will be like it could, or so let me show in this way only. So this will be a symmetric one. This line will be a symmetric line. About this symmetric line, what the current will have a mirror image is what we call. There's like a theorem. They say like practically in the lab when we go and check it, no, what current flows here, the same current flow. That's why looking at that laboratory condition, they brought this particular theorem, that one. So rather than fighting on paper, it's a laboratory situation. Okay, now I think the circuit will become very simple. I totally don't know other way. This will be. This will be connected like this. Even to be frank, when I saw this problem, I got a little bit confused. Then later on, we have simulation softwares. Means if you just draw the diagram, everything, and give it to the software will verify all these things. Like this in my engineering. Okay, the big networks, no, we do verify with the simulation software. So with that software, what when I verify, no, this is the way what we are thinking is what it is showing. This will be 4 farad, 3 farad, 3 farad, 3 farad, 4 farad. Maybe better put for looking at the charge distribution, all for those things you can take help of this problem. Such a controversial questions may not have, but in the weekend exam, they will ask in our institution, be careful. So all this, you'll get the required answer. We'll take the next one. And this is that. Those who are taking screenshot, you can have screenshot. And there's one more, finding the equivalent capacitance. between terminals A and D, between A and I, between H and I, and H and B. Is asking very strangely the different conditions. First A and D. So this A and D, I think you can, instead of fighting with this, so you can we'll draw one primary circuit, then we'll modify that. I'll get the circuit. Meanwhile, you can try it. Huh? These are the capacitors. Between A and E is asking. So the A and E, so we will rotate this. We will make the shape. So this will be, it will be easy for you if you can go forward. So here is what? The point A and D. Other points, all are having same capacitance. And then how to manage this? So the charge distribution, if you go forward, so the same charge, okay, plus Q charge plus Q charge will come. So here it will branch out. Q1, Q2, this will be Q1, this will be Q2, will combine, will become Q. Similarly here, it will combine Q1, Q1, Q2, and will get Q. This is 2Q. This is 2Q. So again, what is the circuit? So the charge here, in fact, will not branch. The charge here, in fact, will not branch. This charge will, in fact, will not branch. So remove this. So we can slightly show that the connection, it should be off like this. Now I think we can simplify. These two are in series. These two are in series. The effective is in parallel with this, and that effective is in series with this one. So this will be, if you call this as 1 farad, no, 1 and 1, 1 by 2, 1 by, this will be 1 farad. 1 farad, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, and here 1 by 3. How much it will be? 2 by 3. I think that is what. Okay, this one. So here the condition is something to make you understand. The charge will not branch. In fact, they are connected actually. This path are connected, but charge will not branch. Okay, this is about A. Now he's asking to get AI, where the cell is connected between A and I. Very good question. You have to fight with the conditions available here. Just making you to learn the charge distribution. Okay, there's option A. We got it. So we'll try for option. So a cell will be connected across A and I. I'll take the same circuit diagram. No. Between A and I is being asked. So where the cell is going to be connected across A and I. So we will not color, contrast color will take it. So this is the way what will be connecting a cell. So bring it this point. Make a jump like this, no connection. Okay, this what the between points A and D connected. So now the charge will enter here. Charge Q will enter. This charge, anything will happen. It will branch out Q1 and Q1. So why equally? Again, you have to look at this particular thing. These two are similar junctions, same capacitance, and also you see that one. The capacitance path will be same. The B, C, D, I. Here also H, G, F, I. So what to do this particular? So what all we have sent a charge, it will flow like this. Will there be any flow of charge across this? No, there won't be flow of charge. So there's no flow of charge, so you can remove that from the circuit. Because the charge will take place. The distribution of charge is very important. So here, charge Q2, let it branch here. Q2 will get into this one. Here Q3 will come. Here Q3. That Q3. Here Q4, let's assume, and here Q5. Similarly, same thing here. Q4. And this will be Q5. Q5 and Q5. So not possible, no, here. So plus Q5 minus Q. From here plus Q5 will come. From here Q5 and minus from here plus Q5 will come. Will not be conserved. So therefore, no charge should be there in those capacitors. So now how the path, if you take it, these three are in series. And that effective is in parallel with the capacitor connected between I and B. Similarly, these two are in series. And that effect will be parallel across this one. So this will become C by 3. C by 3 in parallel with C will be 4C by 3. So the next part of the circuit will be this can be asked, it's not a big deal. So this everything between H and I. C by 3 will bring it. This is C, this is C, this is C, and the cell is connected here. C by 3, C. These are our points, A and I. Now, how this C by 3 is this C by 3 is parallel to this 4C by 3, it will be. This will be 4C by 3. And 4C by 3 in series with this, the next part of the circuit. The battery symbol will show it here. Not needed. So this is the point A, this is the point I. I think now we can work out. 4C by 3 into, so 4 by 7, 4 by 7 plus 4 by 7 will be 8 by 7. We'll get it here. So this AEI, CAI will be 8 by 7 microfarad. Can you, now he's asking to get HI. Then HB also. Try this. Try this. It's a very, very good question. Between HI is asking. So the cell from here, you're going to send a charge. Okay, the charge will divide. So you cannot remove this capacitor. Again, you can see this from H. Okay, one charge will flow here. So other charge should return. Again, this charge will return here. So some part of charge will go there and some part of, I'll solve it. Okay, this is for option B. Option C, H and I. H and B you work out. H and I last one more, I'll tell it. So across H and I will connect a cell. The cell is connected between H and I. Okay, these are points you put it. Just only show the distribution of charge. With that you can manage. Okay, this will be charge, say Q. So it will branch out here. Q1 and Q2. Similarly, here it will be Q1. This will be Q2. So this charge will be Q3. This will be Q3 and 2Q3 will come here. I think charge should be conserved. What charge? 2Q charge has left. Finally, the 2Q charge has returned. Okay, yes. Q0, you write it. They'll be okay. So what was the charge that was supplied by the cell? 2Q plus Q0. The 2Q plus Q0 has returned back. Then so what I can say that is like across H and I. Anything can we put it? Because the distribution of charges are there, no? Earlier it was very easy. We removed some part of circuit that this we did here. With respect to this, can we define equipotential? G and A are at same potential. F and B are at same potential. Similarly, the E and D are at same potential from the circuit available. VG equal to VA, VF equal to VB, VE equal to VC. I'll redraw the circuit. So G, it will be AG, FB, then E comma D, and this is what? High, and this is H, where we have connected a cell. One capacitor there, put it here. This is our cell. Okay, this is our cell. We'll start the problem from here. Okay, this is H and I. So from H2G and H2A, one capacitor is there. Two capacitors, bring it in this way. Between G and F, one capacitor. Between A and B, one capacitor. So here two capacitors. Between F to I, one capacitor. Between B to I, one capacitor. F to E, one capacitor. And F to D, one capacitor. E to I, there is no capacitor there. But D to I, there's a one capacitor there. I think we have B to C. So the C, where is the C? C, I didn't intend it. F, B, C, E, no. Oh, this is some correction. C, E, it should be there. C, E, this is I. Then here D should be there. Okay, now it will be okay. Now, C to D, one capacitor. E to D, one capacitor. No, okay. Then I to D, one capacitor. Between I and C, there's no capacitor there. So I think now we can put it. So this will be C by 2. C by 2. This will become C. It will be C by 2. So this, I think these two are C by 2, C by 2. This will become C. This will become C by 2 again. C by 2, parallel C by 2 will become C. Will be C by 2. And C by 2. So C by 2, C by 2, C by 4, 5C by 4, 5C by 4 plus C. 9C by 4. Also 9F by 4. No other options. Yeah. Check calculation once. I think first we'll count the capacitors. So 1, 2. Twelve capacitors are there. I think okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You can see this now, the CHI. How much I said? Oh. Anybody just can you repeat? I said some answer, no? Once again, we have to work out. So this will be C by 2, C by 4, C by 4 plus C, 5C by 4, 5C by 4 plus C, 9C by 4. Check it, am I right? Total effective capacitance. C is 1 farad, no? So 9F by 4, it's not there. Work out the other one. So it took a lot of time. So I'll take the next one. The complete description of problem. And this is what we discussed, option C. This is some problem related to RC circuits. We have hardly any discussion of this kind of, that's why I just picked up this question. We have three uncharged metallic balls of radii A and B. Is having radii A, B, and C. Long thin conductors as shown. Find the charge atom on each of the balls when a steady state is reached after switch is closed. So the switch is here. We'll bring the switch. These are the metal balls, uncharged. How come in RC, so like we have done capacitor, okay, but is directly bringing. So what to do with the conducting sphere? It's like an isolated capacitor, no? So this surface will be one plate. Where is the other plate? The other plate will be at infinity. So we have to redraw this circuit. Nothing big is there. Just if you can redraw the circuit. can be asked within the limits of the total syllabus. So this is one register. This one register. This is V naught. These are. I have to bring 3 registers. No. Okay, what about the capacitance? So this I'll put it in this way. Capacitance. So this will be the capacitance. This will be the capacitance. So the sir, why other plate? Why you are earthing? Because there's no earthing symbol we have seen. The other plate will be at infinity. What is the potential of infinity will be 0. So I'm introducing earthing here. So how the current will flow? Charge should be conserved, no charge of shell should be conserved. So shall we give charges? Q1 minus Q1, Q2 minus Q2. When you close the switch, there'll be flow of current. Due to that, they'll get charged. So charging of RC circuit, similar to that is only this is. So shall we go for a charge on this capacitor? Charge should be conserved. Charge of a cell should be conserved. This is very, very important. What is the capacitance of these things? Capacitance will be CA will be 4 pi epsilon naught A. CB 4 pi epsilon naught B. CC will be 4 pi epsilon naught C. These are the capacitance. No, what about the charge? I think something. Okay, let's go for charge. Charge Q will come. It will branch out here Q1. So the remaining charge will be here Q2. The remaining charge Q3. Where is the charge conservation of charge? The way I put a charges, I assume that one. So how much of charge? Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Of that, Q1 will go here. Remaining Q2 plus Q3 will come here. Then look at further. Here Q2 will, and the remaining Q3. And the Q3 will go here. Finally, what is the charge here? No charge. Charge of a cell must be conserved. Huh? There is a big problem now. What to do now? So whatever charges you cannot put even in RC circuit, you have to be very, very, very careful even in RC circuit. That's what the question is telling. The question what is telling is like you cannot put whatever charge you want. You have to this one. So for charge to be conserved, there should not be any charge here. This is a wrong thing. Charge should be conserved. So therefore, so here the Q charge will come here. That Q charge will get deposited. And here Q charge will come. Here Q charge, nothing. There won't be any flow charge. Okay, what all the charge Q will come here. So here what it does, the earth has received a charge, no? So how much of charge will flow to the earth? Q. From here Q charge will come. And here it will be like this. Plus Q minus Q. From here the positive charge will leave and it will be like this. So what is the flow of charge? The charge Q will take a path like this. And the path, it will be here. Are you able to understand this? No charge in this capacitor. So there's a capacitor is CA. Capacitance ABC will write. A, B, C. No charge here. No charge in this capacitor. Sir, are you sure? Conservation of charge is what? I took help of that. But how to bring Q? We don't know Q. Okay, we have put a charge Q. So we will give a potentials like this. So this is earthed, no? This was the point A, point B, point C. Our next question comes. Leave this capacitor. Is there any path for the current to flow? Yes, definitely continuously current will flow. There's another thing. They will get charged, or okay, after getting charged, continuously there'll be flow of current. So what is I? I should be equal to V naught by 2R. Then what is the potential at point A? Can we define? Potential at point A, VA should be equal to Q by CA. Is asking to get that particular charge. So Q equal to VA. How to define the potential at point A? No. I will take this earth as reference. So here I'll write it. VA minus IR, no charge into this one. So let me write this as G, which will help us a lot. I'll put a red color mark. Okay, we will write first equation, VA minus IR, charge across capacitor 0, minus 0 by CB, minus VG 0. Potential of the ground should be 0. So therefore, VA I am getting equal to IR. So what is I? I equal to V naught by 2R. That I'm going to substitute here. So this is equal to, or further, V naught by 2. So this I'm going to substitute. So V naught by 2, Q by, what is CA? 4 pi epsilon naught A. So what is the charge? This should be equal to 2 pi epsilon naught A V naught. So definitely what is the charge of other capacitor should be negative of this. That's all. So charge of capacitor A should be 2 pi epsilon naught A V naught. Charge of this should be opposite of that one, no? Minus Q. Charge of capacitor C it is. That of B, it will be 0. This will be your answer. The part of syllabus can be asked for you of these kind of questions. You have to be extra alert. RC circuit. Now I discuss other numericals also. Just do revise all this when you're going for advance. Some spherical conductor I'll bring in RC circuit. It become isolated capacitor. I will go to the next problem. Okay, I brought some simple idea-based problem. You need not to. Now something is mixing some two different ideas here. The value of resistor R as shown in given circuit is such that power developed in resistor R is maximum at steady state. The maximum charge stored on the capacitor is. The value of capacitance not visible. Some blurred it has become. Is introducing maximum power transfer theorem idea in this in the capacitors. Some answer. I'm not very sure. Okay, this 3 will take it out again. And this you will make it 6 picofarad, 6 microfarad. I'll rewrite it. 6 microfarad. Okay, how to manage this problem? So look at carefully. Some maximum power in RC circuit is what is introducing. Let me maximum power in RC circuit. Go back to maximum power. So when the power delivered at steady state, okay, first we'll get into our maximum power, then it will help us. So there's the whole circuit. Let me redraw. So this is the 2 ohm, 10 volt, and this is 2 ohm. This is the internal resistance. It's strictly showing that 1 ohm. This is the terminal B, this is the terminal A, and this is 10 volt. This is the external resistance 2 ohm. This is 6 ohm. And here is what? The resistor R. What should be the value of this so that maximum power should be delivered across this one? So what is the basic idea? The total resistance of circuit. What is the total resistance of circuit? The total resistance of circuit is this much. There's everything. Yellow color is what? External circuit. There's yellow color is external circuit. There's everything is external circuit. The net resistance of this should be called internal resistance. So I think it will be R parallel to C. It will be 6R by 6 plus R plus 2. So this should be equal to RAB. With cell, I think we know for power to be delivered maximum, 6R plus 6 plus R plus 2 should be equal to RAB. This should be equal to 1 ohm. We'll solve for R. 6R plus 12 plus 2R equal to 6 plus R. Eight R. Okay, one more. 6R plus 12 plus 2R is equal to 6 plus R. What is the equation? We'll get it. Negative we are getting.
Yes, sir.
Not possible. Why negative? A capacitor is maximum at steady state. So in place of capacitor, I should put an open circuit. No? Power developed in the resistor R is maximum. In R, it should be maximum power. No, not of the total circuit. We'll do one thing. Okay, I thought of that one. Okay, we'll go for this current I. This will branch out into as I2 and I1. This dI1 by, so we'll calculate the power dissipated across the. First, we'll get expression for I. This will be very lengthy, a little bit. Okay, we'll see. I'll write the loop equation rather than fighting with this. So this will be 10 minus I1R minus 2I minus I equal to 0. So 10 minus I1R minus 3I equal to 0. We wanted expression for I1. So this 3I should be eliminated. So we know I is equal to I1 plus I2. The same I will flow here. The same I will flow here. So I equal to I1 plus I2. So one more equation, I'll write it. 10 minus 6I2 minus 2I minus I equal to 0. So 10 minus 6I2 minus 3I equal to 0. Okay, anyway, I'll replace I2. Then I'll get I1 in terms of I. Then I1 I'll get in terms of R. Oh, lengthy calculation. This is equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. We have to put 3 and 1 into, then we'll get I as a function of R. Then from that, I'll go for current divider formula. Let me use that. Put, I'll push it here. Okay, I thought very easy problem. Huh? Let's see now. Solving 1 and 3. Solving 1, 2, and 3. I is equal to, I1 will be 10 minus 3I by R, plus I2 will be 10 minus 3I by 6, or 3I by R. R will be common, so this will become I is equal to 20 minus 6I by R. So we have to solve for I, no? So IR plus 6I equal to 20. So I equal to 60, 20 by 6 plus R. Now I'll get expression for I1. I1 will be main branch current into resistance of other branch by sum of resistance. So what is I? I is equal to 20 by 6 plus R, 6 by 6 plus R, 120 by 6 plus R whole square. Now what is the power dissipated across it? P1 should be equal to I1 square into R. Oh, 120 by 6 plus R whole square into R. This I should differentiate with respect to R. dP1 by dR. Anybody just solve this? Okay, well, I'll work out. So differentiating this. dP1
Sir,
by
R is equal to 2.
2 ohm you are getting a?
Yes, sir.
R equal to 2 ohm. Okay, when dP1R by dR equals 0 after substituting that. Then, so R will be equal to 2 ohm. So this should be the value. Then maximum charge stored will be Q max is equal to, we have to get the, after getting this, we should get the current. Okay, anyway, we'll use this formula. We need an I1, no? I1 in terms of R, first we'll get I. Oh, the problem is substituting this, we'll get I. So 6 plus 2. So 20 by 8. 5 by 2 or 2.5 ampere. This I. So from that, next I'll get I1. Okay, directly. Okay, we can directly take here, no? Okay, I'll do one thing. I1 will be 6 plus 2 whole square. So 120 by 64. 430 by 16, 15 by 8 ampere. Then we'll get the drop I1 into R. So then the draw charge across capacitor will be C into I1R. Capacitance we took 6 into 10 to power of minus 6, 15 by 8. The resistance value is 2. I took 6 because it was not displayed properly. How much will you get? 30. 30 into 6, 180. 180 by 8. How much shall I write finally? (180 by 8). So this 180 will be 90 by 4 or 45 by 2. Okay, we will just some data we took wrong, no? So there 6 microfarad. Don't know what is the value. Okay, so maximum power in RC circuit. Even the first time I'm seeing, to be frank. So somewhere I got this. It was there. I thought maybe RC circuit it is simple, that one, but he has brought maximum power in RC circuit. So just do think on like this. So these are the some I'm trying to bring all the numericals which are little bit new ideas. The mixed concept is what I prefer to work out more now, so that you'll get a multiple ideas at a time. Okay, the answer will make it. We have, I think tomorrow I'll discuss time will be, again, I have one more class, junior. We will stop it here. Tomorrow I'll come with electromagnetism, some questions, very good questions are there. Some around some 10 numericals because it will be very lengthy. Some around 10 numericals, we'll try to go for it. Okay, thank you all of you. Take care.